What do you think about visual art journals, paintings, assemblages and more? If you like it like I do, then you are right here. Hi, I'm Bea Grob and I love to inspire you. Hello everybody, welcome to my studio. So glad you joined me today for another video. Yep, I have another mini journal I made. I finished just a while ago, and what I have used for those, well, it is mostly papers and fabric and laces and embellishment I have dyed for a class which I had beginning of June, where we did make 3 different types of how you can dye with plants. Just with plants, you can dye with rust water, and you can dye with plants and a little bit of a protein fiber dye powder I have in my stash. So that's what we did, and that is obviously that with the dye powder we used the same. We did cook them. We did cook just the plants and the combination plants and dye powder. We didn't cook the rust, that's just purely spread on. So they made like 3 different paper bunches for journals, 2 in an A6 format and 1 in an A5 format. Now after this class I obviously had a lot of papers lying around, and I thought I'm gonna do something out of this. Not just, mostly there are my dyed papers and fabrics, but I also do add things from my stash, like this closure, which is a vintage belt and a vintage ribbon. So that's a really nice belt with some, it's a mother of pearl, and there is some engraving, I don't know, yeah, the camera picks it up, and that is actually a vintage ribbon I did use as a closure. I gotta take that out first. Now the lace you can see here is open up, but I did sew it on the cover on all 4 sides. So, but I left it open here so that I can put in the tags which I knew I wanted to make, and the tags that are some experiments in watercolors which I didn't like so much as a whole, but as a tag they're okay. And again here that's another piece I did make also with some broken jewelry, a feather, some embellishment roses, and pieces of die cuts from, again, papers I didn't like so much. So now, as I said, it is an A6. The cover is an A6, and I did make 2 signatures and did bind them with some waxed linen, because I still have a stash of waxed linen. That's, yeah. And I did add some beads. So I love the tangle. Okay. Again, in the inside I had this glassine bag since a while, and I decided to add it here and add another tag. Now here you can clearly see the combination of the plants and the dye powders I have used. After I have dyed all the pages and cut to size, I went over with the sewing machine and did add pieces from I think it's what are in our meadows, something like along this title, along what can you find in the meadows. So there were a lot of flower and grasses, and I did fussy cut them. You're going to see them later. But some pages I just left them as they were. Just added again a vintage ribbon, which is plasticky ribbon. It's interesting. I don't know where I have it from. Again, here you can see some collage I made. I also did add some text washi tape. This is the mini stickers I have from my own paintings. And then again you see the green and yellowish, that's from the plants. I also did make some tabs from paper I had already. I also do have collage papers in my shop, and I did use pieces of the collage papers. I also did add some book pages which I dyed together with the other papers. We mostly used watercolor paper and mixed media paper. That's again the collage papers I have. And then some pages have more of the plants. But all in all, it became pretty pink, which I like. I like pink. This is from a napkin, and sometimes I left the threads from the sewing because I like the messy look. Then, yeah, just the plants. I did go along with different type of stitches. Here just a straight stitch, but I did stitch one straight and the second one I did a sort of wiggly lines. Over here I did use, I don't know whether, I think here it can see, I did use one of those more fancy stitches just to try out. Again, I have some flowers from the book, and the butterfly is actually a napkin. Again, from the book. And the same ribbon I had over here, I have here again. More butterflies. Yeah, again, it's basically, I have in both signatures about the same things. Here again, a little birdie from a napkin. And then I made a little bit of a belly band here to add another tag, which is from one of my papers, and just to add something more to my journal. I don't know whether I have mentioned it already. I will have this journal on my webpage. If you are interested, you actually can purchase it and having fun with this journal. Now, as always, it is a time lapse, the video. I think I have about 2 hours of video material, so I'm gonna edit out some parts and I'm gonna speed it up. If you are interested in something specific in the video, just leave it down below in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Now, I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you soon again. Take care. Bye.